By the next time the radar had swept around, the plane was gone. And experts say the rate of descent was 4,500 feet a minute. That means it was on a vertical dive.
Now, the plane that JFK Jr. was flying with his wife and her sister was a Piper Saratoga. That's a single-engine propeller plane. He'd recently purchased this plane after taking an interest in flying beginning a year ago. News 7's Sam Ford has been out at the Leesburg, Virginia airport today talking with pilots who fly very similar planes, and he joins us now live, hopefully to be able to shed some light on this particular plane and how precarious that flight may have been. Sam, what do you know?
Well, Kathleen, we did come out here to Leesburg to talk about the Piper Saratoga, the type of plane that John F. Kennedy Jr. was flying. We've been told by pilots that the Piper Saratoga is the Lexus of single-engine props. It is $400,000 a copy, built more for comfort and safety than for speed. We watched it come into Leesburg Airport, the Piper Saratoga, the same type plane that John Kennedy Jr. flew. The pilot and owner of this one is Gene Karlwarski, a financial consultant who lives in Fairfax County. He described it as a family plane.
And so this aircraft can take a family of 6, which I have done all the way up to Martha's Vineyard in Nantucket, and stay up in the air 7 hours.
He took us up in it, Karlwarski saying he'd only flown into Martha's Vineyard in daylight. He said it has a good approach, but he always tries to minimize his time over water.
There were a few times I've flown up there and the air traffic controllers asked me to go straight out over the water at the end of Long Island, straight over, and I refused, and I've gone up towards Connecticut coast just so I can minimize my time over water.
Back on the ground, he said he's qualified to fly on instruments and is now training for his commercial license. Not because he wants a new job as a pilot, but because he says it improves his safety skills. He has had this same plane for 7 years and has faith in its safety.
Incredibly safe plane. I think the reason I got this plane is because out of all the smaller aircraft, it has one of the safest records. It's a very easy plane, maintains its stability well.
Other Karlwarskis made the trip to the airport today to see Dad land. Mom had even asked him not to fly.
I was nervous.
Why?
Because it's the same kind of plane. And I mean, I've also heard a lot about, danger in private piloting. I know he's really safe, though, up of a pilot, but I was just nervous.
But just knowing that John Kennedy Jr. disappeared in the plane, it just meant something to you.
It's just another sign of it being scary. You just automatically makes you feel a little bit nervous. You just say, be extra careful.
Okay, and you had heard earlier her husband saying that it was one of the safest planes. She told me that she had checked insurance rates for her husband and found that they were much higher after she told them that he was a private pilot. Back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Sam Ford, reporting live in Leesburg, Virginia at the airport there.